Welcome to Day 5 of the 2019 IPF World Sub-Junior and Junior Powerlifting Championships. We're here in Regina, Canada, and of course none of these competitions will be possible without the support of our sponsors, Eleiko, Uplift and SBD. We're here for the 105 Junior and Sub-Junior categories. We are opening the competition with Aitan Sarisoy of the UK. And the bar is loaded.
Aitan Sarisoy from Great Britain. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. The competition
Here it comes, coached by the former world champion Dean Bowring. Head coach here this week. 245 kilos on the bar. This is Aitan's first world championship. Competed at the Europeans this year. Keeps his position very well, and that weight gave him no trouble at all. 3 white lights.
That is a good win for Aitan Sarisoy at 245 kilos. Talon Adams next out with 257.5 kilos. Lifter from the USA by Talan to follow.
Sits well into it. Nice depth. Brings it up a tree. Next up, Talon Adams of the United States.
Bar is loaded. 257.5 kilos. Talon Adams, USA.
Also at his first World Championship. He's in the Sub-Junior category. Sub-Juniors are up to 18 years old. Juniors are up to 23. And of course this is single ply equipped lifting, so lifters are wearing squat suits and knee wraps. Well, that was a lovely squat. Kept a lovely upright position.
3 white lights and a good lift.
And rewarded with 3 white lights.
From Czechia next out with 260 kilos.
Yeah, that was very nice. He'll be pleased with that. Gets his first squat on the board. That'll build some confidence. Matej Jurka from Czechia up next. Also in the sub-juniors, coming out for 260 kilos. Nice controlled descent. Drops into the hole. That's a good lift.
And a good lift from Gilbert Arriaga next out with 262.5 kilos. Hideki da Silva to follow. Followed it, 262.5 kilos.
Gilbert Arriaga from the United States. USA has fielded a huge team this week. This is 262.5 kilos, 579 pounds.
Light set up. What? Elbows. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see why he won his class at Nationals this year. See some great technique from these young lifters. Gilbert's only 17 years old. Locks his back in. Controls the descent and pops right up. Hideki da Silva next from Japan, 270 kilos.
Bar is loaded, 270 kilos, Hideki da Silva, Japan.
He was the bronze medalist in the sub-juniors last year. This matches his PB. He's gone up a weight class. He was bronze medalist in the sub-junior 93s last year. So he's gone up an age class, gone up a weight class. Sets his back angle, drops into the hole. Nice easy opener.
Blue white lights and a good lift. They bench just over 270 kilos, 280 kilos next weight on the bar. Zentner of Canada. Simcha Vich.
So there's quite a lot in equip lifting. Careful descent and then a quick dip into the hole. Uses the stretch reflex. Austin Zentner next from Canada. This is his last year in the juniors. Coming out for 280 kilos. This is already a 5 kilo PB. Having a little chat with himself under the bar. Very impressive standard of lifting today. The centre referee did not like the depth on that. Obviously it looks very different from the side referees. And that's why we have 3. We have the last of our sub-junior lifters out next. Simcha Vich from Poland.
Bar is loaded, 280 kilos,
280 kilos, a 10 kilo PB. Took the silver at the Euros this year and also at the World Bench in Japan. Really big breath in. This is exactly what we want to see. Nice easy openers. It's not about where you start, it's about where you finish, so get on the board. Good depth. Easy up. Here's Brian Kravtsov, also of Canada, in his first international. And we are through into the 300s. This is 305 kilos, 672 pounds. Looking a little bit shaky. Do you know he dropped a little bit after the coach called him up? I think he just lost tightness in the hole there.
That is no lift to 305. Same weight remains on the bar. 305 kilos, Martin Prokop.
We watch that back, he descends and he just kind of folds over right at the bottom. It's nerve-wracking walking out for your first squat at this level of competition. You walk out, there's bright lights, there's cameras, and there are IPF referees.
Bar is loaded. 305 kilos,
Prokop from Czechia.
Czechia.
We have 3 Czech lifters in this flight today. 2 in the juniors, 1 in the sub-juniors. Great shoulder mobility to have such a tight hand position there. Oh no! You know, it looked good. It looked like he controlled the weight, controlled his position, but it just would not go.
Next weight on the bar is 315 kilos. Edsen Siedzewski, Czechia. Danilo Kovalov, 2-4.
He let his knees come back a little bit, didn't seem to make an enormous technical error. Evzanchikevsky, the next of the Czech lifters in this group. Coming out for 315.
Bar is loaded, 315
This is a big PB for him already.
Czechia.
He is the current European champion. Also competed in Japan at the World Bench. That beep just to let him know that he's got 30 seconds left. All the lifters have 60 seconds from bar loaded to start their attempt. And that looked very comfortable. That did not look like a 7.5 kilo PB.
3 white lights. Last lift in round 1, please load the bar to 350 kilos.
Okay, last out we have Danilo Kovalov from the Ukraine. He was in the commentary box yesterday. We had our world first simultaneous English and Russian commentary.
Bar is loaded, 350 kilos, Danilo Kovalov.
350 kilos, 772 pounds as his opener. He was second at the Euros this year. He was second at the World Juniors last year. I reckon he's going for gold this year. Depth for sure. You know what? I think he went a little bit too deep there. He could have cut that a lot higher and still been in. That was a tough squat.
50 kilos. Round 2. First weight on the bar. 260 kilos.
I think he just sank it a bit too far. His PB's in the 400s, so it should be well within his capabilities to do more. We are into the second round of squats in the 105 kilo juniors and sub-juniors. This is Aitan Sarisoy. Coming out for 260 kilos. This will be a PB. Nice positive pop out of the racks. That was lovely. That didn't look like a PB at all. Very comfortable. One of these side referees didn't like the depth. It looked okay from this side, but then this was the side he got white lights from.
Prepare Talon Adams. The bar is loaded, 270 kilos.
Matej Jurka made short work of 260. This is 270.
Ready, bar is loaded. 270 kilos, Matej Jurka.
And that really didn't look much different from his opener. Moves him up to second place for the moment.
272.5 kilos next weight on the bar. Talon Adams, USA.
Pushes his knees out.
Gilbert Arriaga to get ready. Bar is loaded.
Talon Adams coming out for 272.5 kilos. This is a 15 kilo jump, breaking the 600 pound barrier.
Seconds.
Timing is so difficult in equipped competitions. You need to start wrapping the knees in time to get the lifter to the platform. But you don't want your lifter standing there for too long with painful knee wraps on. And they do nip. They are somewhat uncomfortable. You're certainly quite focused on getting them off when you've done your squat. So here's Talon. Depth looked good, kept his position well, and that's a good lift.
272.5 for Talon, 280 next weight on the bar. Gilbert Arriaga, USA.
So Zentner just needs to keep tight in the hole there. Teammate in the sub-juniors up next, Gilbert Arriaga.
Gilbert Arriaga, USA.
Quite a new lifter. Coming out for a PB attempt of 280 kilos, 617 pounds. This will move him up to second for the moment. Yeah, we heard the coach shout elbows and he locks his elbows forward. That is a very efficient squat from that young man. A bit too efficient for the left-hand referee who didn't like the depth.
Japan, Austin Zentner, get ready. Followed 290 kilos, Hideki da Silva.
Hideki da Silva now from Japan in the junior class. Been competing for 5 years. Really have much room for manoeuvre out of the rack there. Another lovely squat from the Japanese lifter. Very careful descent. Sets his back angle. Descends under control. Dips into the hole. It's Austin Zentner. He's taking a 15 kilo jump up to 295, 650 pounds. He's bringing his own encouragement to the platform. He didn't look too happy there. I wonder if he cut depth. Yeah, he knew it. He knew it coming up. Shook his head. Let's just see that from the side. He controls the weight very well, keeps his position. Oh, you can see there, he just hit parallel. You have to break parallel. The hip crease must drop below the top of the knee. The last of our sub-juniors out for his second attempt. We have Mateusz Simcha Vich, also taken a 15 kilo jump. Currently in first place. Depth for sure. And the weight gave him no trouble there. He's got a lot more in the tank.
305 kilos is the next weight on the bar. This is the Brian Kravtsov of Canada. He remains on the bar. The Martin Prokop.
Okay, we have Brian Kravtsov from Canada. He did not get this weight on his first attempt. He's going to have another crack at it.
Bar is loaded. 305 kilos. Brian Kravtsov of Canada.
Here he comes, nothing on the board at the moment. If he gets this squat, it will pop him up to bronze medal position. He's got a very wide stance and it is really quite difficult to hit depth with that kind of stance. And he hasn't again. He's really under pressure now. So you see that from the side. Very wide position, just hits parallel. Just needs to sink it another inch. Martin Prokop. Again, missed this for his first.
Bar is loaded. 305 kilos. Martin Prokop, Czechia.
Ryan Stinn on the platform there. Meet director. He's been pretty much on the platform every session. Yeah, keeps his back position well, presses into those knee wraps. And he's on the board.
325 kilos next way on the bar. Evzen Czechia. Daniel Kovalov to follow. Last two lifts in round two.
Sichevsky next. Looking for 325 kilos. Taking a little bit of extra chalk just before he comes out. Make sure the bar doesn't move anywhere on his back. Squatted 315 at the Euros this year. This will be a 10 kilo PB. Doesn't waste any energy by taking the bar for a walk around the platform. Depth looked good. Bit of a fight as it came up. But he didn't allow the weight to throw him around. He kept in control.
352.5 kilos.
Kept his position well.
Ukraine. Eitan Sarutoy to get ready as we move into round 3 after Kovalov.
Maybe he hasn't got a huge amount left there. He had to work for it at the top part of the lift. Okay, Kovalov. He has only gone up 2.5 kilos. He really struggled with that opening squat. So it looks like they've decided that wasn't a technical error and maybe the strength is a little bit down today.
Loaded, 352.5 kilos, 777 pounds for Danilo Kovalov, Ukraine.
Squatted 400 at the Euros in May. Doesn't look like he's coming out for this.
I think Danilo might just be having a little break for this one.
Okay, so could be one of two things happening here. Maybe he's decided he's going to have a longer rest and he's going to come out for his third. Or maybe he thinks, do you know what, that's enough. That's 20 kilos ahead of anyone else. I'll just leave it there. And rather than scratch, he's given his competitors the courtesy of putting an attempt in. If he scratched, then they would have less rest because there would be fewer attempts to go around. But if he puts an attempt in, we have to time him out for the minute, which is just about to count down to 0.
No lift, time out for Danilo Kovalov, Ukraine. We're into round 3. Please load the bar.
Okay, so round 3 of squat.
Great Britain. Okay, Georgia to follow.
Here's the British lifter. He's having a great day. He's already got a 7.5 kilo PB. He fancies another 10 on top.
Follow it, 270 kilos, 595 pounds.
Here he comes.
Great Britain.
And that did not look like a third attempt and nearly a 20 kilo PB. That looked very comfortable indeed. I think we're going to see a lot more to come from this young man.
Round 3 of the squats. There will be a 20-minute break at the conclusion of this round. The bar is loaded, 280 kilos.
Here we have Jurka from Czechia in the sub-juniors. Taking another 10 kilo jump, coming out for 280, and his second attempt didn't really look much different to his opener. Pushes his knees out, keeps his back position, stays quite upright. And he's pleased with that.
3 white lights, 280 kilos for Matej, 282.5 kilos.
So that moved him up to the silver medal position for the moment. But the other lifters in class have yet to take their third attempts. I can see that Kovalov in the juniors has scratched his third attempt. He's not coming out for another. So either something's wrong, or he thinks that's enough. I'm looking ahead at the totals, he could be right. Talon Adams, sub-junior, coming out for 282.5, 623 pounds. Seems to be having a little bit of difficulty getting settled. Starts his descent. He was very shaky at the top there. Let's see what the referees think.
2 to 1.
2 white lights is good enough. He got 1 red for depth. Just gets a little bit of a helping hand off the platform there.
Bar is loaded, 295 kilos. Austin Zentner of Canada.
I think that was a really well judged third attempt. Austin Zentner out next. He missed this on his second. I can hear his coach telling him to wake up.
My house!
Let's go, buddy. Come on.
Okay, let's see if he can nail this on his third attempt.
Good. Lock it in. Let's go. What?
Oh, no. Not quite. Well, you know, it's brave to come out for a 20 kilo PB.
And that is the main thing. Give these loaders a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Working very, very hard to get the rest of the stage. Same weight remains in the bar. Gilbert Arriaga, USA. Hideki da Silva.
Yeah, I think he just got a little bit out of position. That leaves him in 5th place at the moment. So here's Gilbert Arriaga.
USA.
295 kilos on the bar, 650 pounds. His personal best, half an hour ago at the beginning of this competition, was 275. And here he is with 295 on the bar. He's heavier than the Polish lifter, so this will give him the silver if he can do it. Presses down into the suit. Gets the up command from his coach and makes light work of it. Fantastic, that is his silver medal for Arriaga. Has to work for that, really presses down into the suit. And you can see Coach Cooper over there, flat out like a lizard drinking. Hideki da Silva next. Ah! 305 kilos on the bar. This will move him up to bronze medal position. Bronze medalist at the 2017 World Juniors. Didn't compete last year. He's just lost his balance there. He's got time. He can set it up again. I think his rack's just a little high. No, he's gone again. Oh, he's going to run out of time. Go on, you can take it. No. Okay. He just couldn't get his balance. I mean, that would have been a 35 kilo PB. That's a big weight. Now we have Kravtsov, Canadian. He does not have a squat on the board yet. This is 305.
The bar is loaded, 305 kilos of Brian Kravtsov. Come on, let's hear
Here he comes, he's getting a huge amount of support. No one wants to see anyone bomb at this competition. He's looking fired up. Doing his first IPF International. Really going to want to get this on the board. He's got that wide stance. He's going to have to really sink into it. Here we go. You know, I I think he just lost it in the hole there. He was trying so hard to get the depth, and it just would not come up.
That's a shame. Same weight remains on the bar for Simcha Vich of Poland. Martin Prokop to prepare. 3 lifts remain.
Yeah, it was. He just didn't seem to be able to get past parallel. He finally dipped into it, but lost his position.
Following it, 305 kilos, Simcha Vich of Poland.
Simcha Vich, he's very light in this class. He's weighed in at 97.34. And he's currently sitting in first. Last year as a sub-junior. 305 kilos on the bar. This will be a 35 kilo PB. Big breath. Sinks in. Oh, it wobbled a bit. I don't think it dipped. Let's see what the referees think. One of them thinks it dipped. 2 of them didn't. No, his PB was 270 kilos not an hour ago. And he's just squatted 305. Okay, last 2 squats in the juniors. Prokop coming out for 312.5.
689 pounds for Martin Prokop, Czechia.
He has the bronze medal in squat. This will not move him up. Now he cut that a little higher than his previous squat. Was it a bit too high? Yes, it was. He still goes away with the bronze medal. I think it's easy to be nervous these big weights. You could see he was above parallel there. Sichevsky. 332.5 kilos. He's come into this with a 307 kilo PB. So he's moved on quite a long way. He has the silver medal. Whether he makes this squat or not.
Following 332.5 kilos. Evzen Sichevsky, Czechia.
Giving himself some chalk war paint there. There's no underestimating how hard it is to walk out a heavy weight in knee ups. And he's made the squat. Was it deep enough? I couldn't tell from my position here, and it was 2-1. 2-1 in a good way. 2 white lights is good enough. If we just watch that back. Yeah, from this side it looked good. Fantastic. Okay, we now have a 20-minute break, and we will see you back for bench.
Also
And we are back for bench press at the 2019 World Junior Powerlifting Championships. We've got the 105 men lifting this afternoon. We have the juniors and the sub-juniors in the same flight. And we are opening with Aitan Sarisoy from the UK with 140 kilos.
Bars loaded, 140 kilos, Aitan Sarisoy, Great Britain. Talon Adams to get ready. Bench press competition underway.
Here comes Aitan.
Put your hands together for this young man, ladies and gentlemen. First man out to bench, Aitan Sarisoy, Great Britain.
Benched 150 at the Euros in May. Expect to give him no trouble. And that was very easy.
Rewind right to the good left, 140 for Aitan, 152.5 kilos next weight on the bar. Talon Adams, USA, right flat top to get ready.
Quite an easy touch. Didn't seem to get much resistance from the shirt there. But he certainly pressed it out very easily. Here's Talon Adams. Coming out for 152.5 kilos, 336 pounds.
Followed it, 152.5 kilos, Talon Adams, USA.
Pressed 167 at High School Nationals in March. Information supplied today by Open Powerlifting. I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of every equipped lifter in the world, but Open Powerlifting does. Here's Talan. Only 14 seconds on the clock. Oh, and that's a bit of a tough press. Not super easy. I'm never in any doubt though. Maybe he'll just go out, adjust the shirt somewhat.
Zentner to follow, also Canada.
Feet slid a little bit, he needs to watch his heels coming up. Brian Crafts off. Had a bit of a struggle with depth on squat. He's going to open his bench at 155. Took him a while to get the start command because he still had his butt in the air. Oh no. Yeah, he may have pressed that out, but the bar dipped, so he was not going to get the lift. Not having his best day today.
Lifter from Canada, he'll be followed by Gilbert Arriaga, USA.
Gets a touch, but he just seems a little bit out of line when the shirt stops helping. Couldn't quite press it out. It's Austin Zentner. Very vocal on squats. Just explaining to Ryan Stin what he wants. Ryan Stin has handed out many an equipped bench, but everyone wants something different. £165 on the bar, 364 pounds. Absolutely textbook. He'll be happy with that.
3 white lights and a good leg for Austin Zentner, 165. 170 next weight on the bar.
Keeps his chest nice and high. Stays patient for the touch. Doesn't let his elbows get in front of him and presses it out nicely. Gilbert Arriaga next. Took the silver in squat. He's coming out for 170. Nice and quick to get the touch, and a nice quick press out as well.
3 white lights and a good leg for Gilbert Arriaga. 170 kilos. Same weight remains on the bar. From Jurka, Czechia, Simcha Vich will follow. Followed it, 170 kilos.
Relatively new lifter, I think he's got great technique. Here's Jurka. Another nice opener there, 170 kilos. That's already a 2.5 kilo personal best. Looks like he was having to fight the shirt a little bit to get the touch. Quite a bit of leg drive, made sure his bum didn't come up. Lifter needs to keep the head, shoulders and butt on the bench and the feet flat on the floor.
Followed it, 180 kilos, Simcha Vich.
Here comes Simcha Vich from Poland. A nice close-up of that super katana shirt there. Nice touch and a nice press. Some great benching today.
3 white lights and a good leg for
That's a 5 kilo PB for him.
185 next weight on the bar. Hideki da Silva, Japan. Evzen Sichevsky to follow. Followed it, 185 kilos, Hideki da Silva, Japan.
Hideki da Silva from Japan. Weighed in very light, 95.68 in the 105s. Opening with 185, 408 pounds. Looks like we're going to see a huge arch from this young man. Takes the bar with his butt still up. Brings it down to get the start command. Touches and presses out. Oh, did he actually lock that out or not? No, he didn't. Let's see that again from the other angle. And it looked like, oh, he banged off the rack. That's what's going to have swung the weight around. He banged on the rack on the right hand side and the bar swung around on the left. Sichevsky next for Czechia. 190 kilos. This matches his current personal best. Very narrow foot position. It looks like he's almost got his heels together. Ooh, that's moving around quite a lot on his chest, but the weight certainly gave him no trouble at all.
3 white lights and a good lift. That's
a great lift for Zentner.
Next weight on the bar, Martin Prokop, Czechia. 2 lifts remaining.
Keeps his chest up, keeps his position well.
Followed it, 205 kilos, Martin Prokop, Czechia. Danilo Kovalov.
We have his teammate coming out next, Prokop, for 205. He's really having to work to get that bar down to the chest. But that's a lovely press out. I think he's got a fair bit more to come there.
3 white lights and a good lift for Martin
Very nice.
Prokop of Czechia. We now go up to
And now we have Big Bencher Kovalov from the Ukraine.
Ukraine will be followed as we go to round 2 by Aitan Sarisoy.
Coming out for 280 kilos for his opener. He seemed a little bit uncomfortable on squat. He struggled a little bit with his opener.
280 kilos.
Did not come out again for another squat. I wonder whether he was just conserving his energy or maybe something felt a bit off. He was 50 kilos down from his personal best, so could be an injury, could be a strategy. He's a fair way out in front, so maybe he's just taking it easy. He has the world junior record in bench press at 307.5, so maybe he fancies a crack at that. I struggled a little bit to lock his left arm. Moved the weight very well though. Got a blue card from Dr. Robert Keller in the centre chair, so that suggests that the bar dipped. Can see it from this angle. And we are round to the second round of bench. Aitan Sarisoy. He's planning to match his current PB at 150 kilos. And his opener looked super easy. Quite long arms. That bar has quite a long way to go, but he really made light work of that, considering that it matches his current PB.
150 kilos, 155. Next weight on the bar, Ryan Crafts of Canada. Talon Adams, get ready.
Spotted Hannah Louise Graham helping with the coaching there. She competed yesterday.
Following 155 kilos, Brian Crafts of Canada.
Here we go for Brian Kravtsov. He's having a tough day, to be fair. Hasn't got a lift in yet. Hopefully this is the one. I can see his feet slipping away there as the bar comes down. Oh, but that looks much better. Oh, fantastic. He's got his bench on the board.
155 kilos. Talon Adams next up. 157.5 kilos. Lifter from the USA will be followed by Austin Zentner.
Talon Adams up next for 157.5, 347 pounds.
157.5 kilos. Talon Adams, USA.
45 seconds on the clock, and yeah, I can see him. He's on his way. Hits the platform with 35 seconds to go. That's plenty of time to do a bench press as long as you don't need to re-rack the bar for any reason.
Start. Back. Up. Hold it.
Yeah, nice and smooth, nice and steady.
Blue, black, silver. Blue, black, silver.
3 white lights and a good left for Talon Adams at 157.5, 172.5 kilos. Next weight on the bar for Austin Zentner of Canada. Yurka, Czechia to follow.
Canadian lifter next out, Zentner. 172.5.
Followed it, 172.5 kilos, Austin Zentner of Canada.
Patiently gets that touch, and that's a lovely press out. Really using his shirt to full effect. When you meet a bit of resistance from the shirt, the temptation is to go offline to get the touch, but he just kept his line, kept patient, and was well rewarded for it. Yurka up next, 177.5. 10 kilo PB.
177.5 kilos, Yurka, Czechia.
Yurka is in the sub-juniors. Felt like a well-judged second attempt.
3 white lights and a good lift to 177.5 for Yurka. Gilbert Arriaga next out, 180 kilos is the weight. He is from the United States of America. Hideki da Silva to follow.
Gilbert Arriaga out next.
Followed it, 180 kilos.
180 kilos.
Arriaga, USA.
397 pounds. This will be a PR attempt for him. Just push his belt down a little bit. The belt helps to keep the shirt in place. You don't want the shirt travelling north when you're trying to bring the bar down. But equally, if the bar touches the belt, that's a fail, so you don't want it too high. Really nice. Really nice, and some way to move for his third attempt.
From Japan with 185 kilos, Simcha Vich to follow.
De Silva, he missed this on his opener. Going to have another crack at it now.
Bar is loaded, 185 kilos, Hideki da Silva, Japan.
Jack. Jack. Gotta be in the uniform.
I think he just clipped the rack on the right-hand side on his last bench, which swung the weight out on the left-hand side and prevented him locking out. No problems at all this time.
Green white lights and a good leg to 185 here. Jackie Silva is in the game. Simcha Vich now from Poland with 187.5 kilos. Zentner will follow.
We have the Polish sub-junior up next. Simcha Vich for 187.5 kilos. Big breath, big chest. Gets the touch. He was dancing about a little bit on his chest there. And that's a difficult press out. That is a good lift.
It's a good lift. 3 white lights for Mateusz.
But maybe not too much more. Maybe only a 5 kilo increase for his third. I think he let him flatten out. He let the weight flatten him out a little bit there. He needs to keep his chest really high. Zentner out next. He's currently in bronze medal position in bench, silver overall. This is 200 kilos. A little bit of work to do to press that out. Kept his line.
Next weight of about 215 kilos is for Martin Prokop.
It looked like it had sunk down to the right hand side, but it certainly gave him no trouble to press it.
Last 2 lifts in round
Now we have his
2.
teammate Prokop for 215.
215 kilos, Martin Prokop, Czechia.
He has the reverse position of his teammates, silver in bench, bronze overall. Slow and steady, can he lock it? I'm not sure. Let's see what the referees think. 3 white lights and a good lift.
215 kilos. Please load the bar to 3.
Yeah, that looked like he struggled to get the touch, but he kept his line, stayed with it,
Ukraine, 661 pounds.
and managed to lock it out.
Last lift in round 2. Right-hand side, so get ready.
Here's Kovalov.
300 kilos.
Helped us out with some Russian commentary yesterday. So he's going to take 300 kilos. If he makes this look easy, we might see a world record attempt for him next. Gets the touch very easily. He's struggling to lock it. No, it's going over. Oh, what a shame.
No lift, No lift, but Danny Lowe coming off at 300 kilos. He has one more attempt.
So let's see that from the side.
157.5 kilos.
Comes down okay. It looks like it's pressing out okay, but one arm just would not lock. And it goes over the top. Once that weight gets behind your wrist, bends your wrist back, you really have no chance of keeping hold of it. So we're into the third round of bench press now.
Bars loaded, 157.5 kilos, Aitan Sarisoy.
Aitan Sarisoy of the UK. He's made all his benches look very easy so far. And we are not going to see a record attempt from Kovalov. He's scratched for bench press. Had to do a little bit of work for it, but I think that was a really nice bench press. 7.5 kilo PB for him.
162.5 kilos next weight on the bar. Ryan Crafts of Canada. Talon Adams to get ready.
Yeah, loads of speed off the chest there. Brian Kraftsov, 162.5
kilos. Brian Kraftsov of Canada. .45 seconds.
40 seconds to go, no sign of Brian. Just time to thank our sponsors, Eleiko, Uplift and SBD. Without their support we couldn't put on any of these championships.
Looks like Brian is
looks like Brian isn't coming out for this one.
Just giving himself and the other lifters a little time.
So we have to run out the clock. We have 10 seconds to go.
Talon Adams of the USA with 165 kilos.
Timeout.
No lift, timeout at 162.5. Brian Kraftsov of Canada. Please load the bar to
Next up, Talon Adams from the United States for 165 kilos, 364 pounds. Talon's last year in the sub-juniors, he'll move up to the juniors next year.
Ball loaded, 165 kilos, Talon Adams, USA.
Ah, it's a really nice touch and a really nice press out. 3 white lights. Should be happy with that. That was a very accomplished bench press.
Austin Zentner of Canada. Gilbert Arriaga to follow Austin.
Zentner out next. 180 kilos, 397 pounds for the Canadian lifter. Always enjoy seeing lifters bring a bit of personality to the platform. This will be a 5 kilo PB. Nice patient touch and a really nice press out.
3 white lights and a good man for Austin Zentner of Canada. 180 kilos, 185 next weight on the bar. Gilbert Arriaga, USA. Yurka will follow at the same weight.
Gilbert Arriaga up next from the United States, 185 kilos, 408 pounds. Needs this to defend his silver medal in bench. Took the silver in squat as well. The Czech lifter in this class is coming out for the same weight, and he is lighter. So Gilbert needs this, and has to hope that Jurka doesn't make his bench.
3, 2, 1. Press.
Well, there you go. Gilbert's done his job. He's got the 185, and he's pleased with that. But he'll just have a nervous moment now, waiting to see if the Czech lifter makes his 185. Find out whether he's got a silver medal or he's been pushed down to bronze.
185 kilos for Jurka, Czechia.
And here's Jurka. The beginning of this competition, his personal best was 167.5. Oh, it dipped. I'm not sure whether he can lock it out either. He can't. So that's the silver medal for Arriaga, and Jurka will have to be happy with the bronze. Simcha Vich out next. Already got the gold medal in squats. He's already got the gold medal in bench. It's going to come out for 192.5. He will want every kilo if he's going to challenge for the overall gold.
Sorry.
Every lift has been a PB for this young man. Really struggling to get that touch, but he gets it. And he gets the press as well. Fantastic.
Next up with 195 kilos, lifter from Japan, Evzen to follow. 3 lifts remain in this round. Bar is loaded. 195 kilos, Hideki Da Silva, Japan.
Da Silva next, representing Japan. Very active in Japanese powerlifting. He's done 5 competitions already this year. And he's the lightest man in class. And the youngest. 20 years old, he's got several more years in this class. Oh, it's a struggle, but I think he's locked it. Doing lifting, got quite a short range of motion with that nice high arch. Hits the rack, but presses it anyway. Here we go with Sichevsky. 205. He's already got the bronze. This won't move him up. silver in the squat. Had to fight for him. That was quite a well-judged third attempt, but it is a good lift.
At 205. Last bench press of the day, ladies and gentlemen. The weight is 222.
So the Ukrainian Kovalov has scratched. He didn't make his 300 kilo bench, so he's chosen not to come out for his third. I think the strategy is all about getting the important goal, the world title. He's never been world champion up to now. I'll tell a lie, he was the world champion in 2017. He was not world champion, he was second in 2018. So I think he's super focused on taking that back. But here we have Prokop, Czech lifter for 222.5. Massive PB for him. Oh, it's a struggle, it's a real struggle. He's locked it out, but he was moving around quite a lot on the bench, so let's see. 2-1, a good lift. So that's given him the silver medal in bench, and he's sitting in third place overall. We're going to take a 20-minute break, and we'll be back for deadlift.
17 minutes to make any changes. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, once again, to visit our sponsors, SPD Apparel, A7 Strongwear, Inner Strength, and of course, Lidsor.
Welcome back to the World Junior Powerlifting Championships. We're here in Regina, Canada, and we are back for deadlift in the 105 junior and sub-junior class. A wise man once said that the party doesn't start till the bar hits the floor, and the bar has hit the floor. Just time to thank our sponsors without whom none of this would be possible: Eleiko, Uplift, SBD, Rogue, Bull, Unbroken Designs and A7. First weight on the bar is 220 kilos, and this is for Matej Jurka of the Czech Republic. Here he comes, he's in the sub-junior category. We have one flight with the sub-juniors and juniors. That's a lovely opening deadlift.
Rewind lights and a good lane from Matej Jurka, Czechia, 220 kilos. Austin Zentner next up with 240 kilos. Same weight remains on the bar for Martin Prokop.
Austin Zentner up next for 240 kilos, opening on his current PB. A very charismatic lifter, brings a lot of personality to the platform. Another nice opening pull. Going to see a PB attempt from this young man next.
Rewind lights and a good lane for Austin at 240 kilos. Same weight remains on the bar, 240 for Martin Prokop. Bar is loaded.
We have Martin Prokop of Czechia coming out for 240.
For Talon Adams to follow.
Once everyone's got their first pull in, we can start to look at overall placings. Three white lights.
240 kilos, 240 remains on the bar for Talon Adams, USA. Bar loaded, Talon Adams, USA.
That comes off the floor nicely.
Will follow at the same weight.
Talon Adams out next for 240 kilos, 529 pounds.
.45 seconds.
Nice opening lift.
Three white lights and a good lane for Talon Adams at 240 kilos. Same weight remains on the bar. 240, bar is loaded. This is Simcha Vich of Poland. I don't satisfy, get ready.
Simcha Vich up next, also in the sub-juniors. Also for 240 kilos. Electing to wear knee sleeves to deadlift. Some lifters find that it just helps the bar pass over the knee without catching. And that's a good lift. It's hard on the knee sleeves though, because the knurling of the bar scrapes up them, so it does rip holes in your knee sleeves. But these are equipped lifters, so they won't be using sleeves competition. Aitan Sarasoy up next of the UK. He's coming out for 260 kilos. He's having a good day today. Pulling hook grip. Very comfortable opening pull there.
Good leg, Aitan at 260. Same weight remains on the bar. 260 for Gilbert Arriaga. Bar is
The last of our sub-juniors, Gilbert Arriaga, also coming out for 260. 573 pounds. Wow, that was so fast. Blinking, you'll miss it.
Three white lights and a good leg for Gilbert at 260. 262.5 is the next.
He's been very impressive all day.
Silver, Japan. Followed 262.5
Hideki da Silva from Japan,
Japan.
opening his deadlift with 262.5 kilos.
Vamos!
20 seconds left. Of course, there's no chance of being asked to replace the bar on deadlift, so he can take as much time as he wants. Oh, now his right knee's not locked for me.
2 to 1, a good leg.
Yeah, he got one red light for lockout. It's possible that only the side referee on one side could see the... yeah, it just didn't seem to quite lock one knee. But he got the lift, 2 to 1. That's all you need. Here's Brian Kraftsov,
270 kilos, Brian Kraftsov, Canada.
coming out for a 20 kilo PB on his opener. 270 kilos on the bar. He didn't make a squat, so he can't podium overall, can't make a total, but he can still take a medal in deadlift. Very nice.
Three white lights and a good leg.
I think he's got every chance of taking a medal in deadlift.
Next weight on the bar. This is Sichevsky.
Sichevsky up next for 280.
To follow at 282.5 kilos. Followed it, 280 kilos, Edson Sichevsky, Czechia. Last two deadlifts, round one.
Wearing his squat suit backwards. Relatively common thing to do. And he made short work of that. That was very impressive. Huge speed off the floor.
282.5 kilos, Daniel Kovalov, Ukraine.
One more lifter to come out for his opener. 282.5. We've seen Kovalov today only take one squat, only take 2 benches. I think he's playing the long game. I think he wants to be absolutely certain of taking the world title today. I think he just did it. Looked a bit uncomfortable as he left the platform there.
That concludes the first round. We are into round 2. First weight on the bar, 235 kilos.
I mean, he pulled the deadlift easy enough. He just looked a little bit
Simcha Vich to follow.
uncomfortable as he left. Hopefully everything's okay. But he is a long way out in front, and I think he's absolutely assured of the World Championship, the World title this year. So we move into the second round of deadlift. Here's Matej Jurka from Czechia for 235. He took the bronze in bench press, sitting in 4th overall. If you do want to follow the score sheet, if you're on YouTube, there's a little switch camera button down at the bottom right, and you can switch between the live stream and the score sheet. Yeah, that was as fast as his opener. And 15 kilos heavier. Now, one of the referees did not like his lockout. Yeah, I wonder if that was for a soft knee. Deadlift was so fast I didn't spot it. Simcha Vich from Poland. 252.5. This is a 12.5 kilo increase. Sitting in 2nd place in deadlift, 2nd place overall. Slow and steady.
3 white lights and a good there for Simcha Vich. Next weight on the bar is 255 kilos. Martin Prokop, Czechia. Austin Zentner, get ready.
Here's Prokop, first of the juniors, out for his 2nd attempt, 255.
Following it, 255 kilos, Martin Prokop.
Currently in bronze medal position overall, but he's going to have to defend hard against the Japanese lifter in 4th. I think he's unlikely to catch the Czech lifter in 2nd. But that was a nice deadlift.
3 white lights and a good leg for Martin Prokop, 255 kilos. 257.5 next weight on the bar. Austin Zentner, Canada. Talon Adams, get ready.
Austin Zentner up next. Opened with his current PB. Having a great time dancing away there, waiting to be called to the platform. 257.5, 568 pounds. Yeah, he's calling for a bit of encouragement from the crowd, and they respond. Very nice.
3 white lights and a good leg for Austin Zentner, 257.5, 262.5 next weight on the bar. Talon Adams, USA. Gilbert Arriaga to follow.
Here's Talon Adams, sub-junior. He's got up 22.5.
262.5 kilos, Talon Adams.
This is 262.5, 579 pounds.
Seconds.
Relatively narrow sumo stance. That looked heavy. He had to put some work in, but it was certainly in, no doubt. I think he's got a bit more to come there.
262.5, 275 next weight on the bar. 606 pounds. Gilbert Arriaga, USA. Hideki Da Silva to follow. Followed 275 kilos.
Gilbert Arriaga out next for 275 kilos, 606 pounds. This will move him up to gold medal in deadlift and gold medal overall. Wow, everything to play for here in the sub-juniors. On prognosis, there's only 2.5 kilos in it. Oh, and that was very easy. That's fantastic, and as the bigger deadlifter, he holds all the power in this competition. He can wait to see what the Polish lifter puts in and put just what he needs on the bar. You can make 2 changes to your deadlift in the 3rd round of competition. It's the only time you can change your attempts. Here's De Silva. This will move him up to silver medal position in deadlift. He's in 4th place overall.
Follow!
I'd say his right leg was soft again. But I think for whatever reason, I think there's only one referee can see that, because the other referee is probably looking through a weight plate and it's not obvious from the front. So 2-1, good enough. It's Aitan Sarisoy, 280 kilos. A little bit slower than his opener, as you'd expect, as it's 20 kilo heavier. I think he's got a fair bit more there.
280 kilos, next weight on the bar. 282.5, Brian Kravtsov, Canada, bar loaded. And Simcha Vich, get ready.
Here's Brian Kravtsov.
282.5 on the bar for Brian Kravtsov, 623 pounds.
282.5 kilos. It says here his deadlift PB is 250. So he's already improved that by 20 kilos. Looking for another 12.5.
Seconds.
No, just a little bit too heavy. He's got another attempt to have another crack at that. It may just be that the weight got... Yeah, his hips came up a little early, I think. So the weight was out in front of him. If he hits that just right, he's got every chance of pulling it for his 3rd. Here's Sichevsky, 300 kilos.
661 pounds, Sichevsky, Czechia. Kovalov to get ready.
Pulling for the deadlift gold. This is the only lift really where anyone has challenged Kovalov for the gold medal. That looked really nice.
Good lead, 3 white lights for Sichevsky at 300 kilos. Please load the bar to 302.5 kilos for Danilo Kovalov, Ukraine, 667 pounds. The bar is loaded.
Here he is.
302.5
Already world champion, absolutely guaranteed. No one can catch him. He is nearly 100 kilos out in front. This will put him back up to gold medal position in deadlift as well as everything else. That looked comfortable. I think here is a young man doing exactly what he needs to do for the world title and a full set of gold medals. So here we go, 3rd round of deadlifts. This is where it's all decided. There's only 5 kilos between first and second place in sub-juniors. And here is the current second place man. Simcha Vich coming out for 257.5. I think that's a good shout. I think his second looked tough. This will move him up to first place for the moment. But it would be difficult to bet against the American lifter Arriaga. He looked so comfortable in his second pull. Simcha Vich up first. And it's tough, but he's got it. So, puts the pressure on Arriaga.
Good lift, 3 white lights at 257.5 kilos for the front tails. Next weight on the bar is 265 for Anthem.
Simcha Vich sitting in gold medal position now. And he will have to go backstage and bite his nails and wait to see what the American lifter does. He's lighter, so Arriaga will have to put his attempt up. Here's Prokop in the junior category, 265 kilos. Unless we see some quite wild attempts, he is unassailable, I think, in third place. We have seen some wild attempts that very nearly come off in this competition so far, so never say never. Anything can happen in powerlifting. Oh, that's tough. Oh, he's managed to lock it out, though. I thought the waiter got out in front of him there. I thought he struggled to lock it out, but he absolutely nailed it.
265 remains on the bar, but the Talon Adams, get ready. Followed 265 kilos.
So back into the sub-juniors now. Yerka. This will give him the deadlift silver, the overall bronze.
With this lift in the deadlift.
Took the silver in bench, the bronze in bench, but he's going to want more. Oh, it's hard, it's hard. I don't think he can do it. He looked, yeah, it didn't really look locked out. No. Just a tiny bit too heavy. You know, it's worth a try. But as we watch that back again, he never quite gets his hips through and his shoulders back. So looks at the referee and says, is that it? Can I put it down now?
277.5 kilos is the next weight on the bar. The lifter is Gilbert Arriaga, USA. Talon Adams will follow at 280 kilos.
Here we go, here's Gilbert Arriaga. He's only put 2.5 kilos on. That's all he needs. There's no value in showboating here. Do exactly what you need to win. His 275 was super comfortable. I think he will absolutely smoke this. 17 years old, quite a new lifter. Let's hope the pressure of the moment doesn't overcome him.
He's up against Adams, who follows him. The weight is 277.5.
Pulling for the world title.
40 seconds.
This is it. All comes down to the final deadlift. World title pull. And he's got it. 3 white lights, deadlift gold, and the world championship title. What a day this young lifter's had.
Zentner will follow. If Talan hits this, he takes back first. No, he doesn't.
Okay, we have Talon Adams up next.
280 kilos is the weight on the bar. This is for Talon Adams, USA.
If he gets this, he takes the deadlift gold from his teammate.
At 280 kilos, Talon Adams, USA.
He's guaranteed overall bronze, but he fancies a shot at the deadlift gold. He went up 22.5 kilos between first and second. This is another 17.5 kilo jump. He's got it moving, but he can't get it past the knees. You know, it was worth a try. He didn't lose anything by that. He took the bronze in squat, and he's taken the silver in deadlift, and he is on the podium. He's third place overall. So, junior class, Austin Zentner. He's put a huge increase on. He wants the overall bronze medal. 282.5. His deadlift PB was 240 only 1 hour ago. And that was a brave effort. It was worth a shot, but a little ambitious. He certainly brought enough intensity to it.
Bar loaded, 282.5 kilos. Brian Kravtsov.
Here's Brian Kravtsov. He missed this on his last attempt. This will take him up to deadlift bronze. And no, not today.
Please load the bar loaders to 300 kilos. Oh, no, change. We have change.
Okay, next up we have Aitan Sarisoy, 295. Coming out for a 20 kilo personal best. Pull in for the deadlift bronze. He's looking fired up. He's ready for this. Dean Bowring sending him out.
Everything now, come on.
Locks in his grip. Sits in and starts to pull. He's got it moving, but he's not in a great position. No, he can't lock it. I think he's just blacked out for a moment.
That literally took all the oxygen he had, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with us just 1 second. The next weight will be 307.5.
The weight was just a little bit too far forward. He couldn't get it moving up above his knees. And he's on his feet. He's fine. Just used all his energy and all his oxygen in that pull. Just needed a moment.
307.5 goes on the bar. 678 pounds.
So, De Silva, Japan. 307.5. The most he's ever pulled in competition is 290. This is for the deadlift gold and the overall bronze. He's looking to hop over the Czech lifter and snatch an overall podium. Took a 17.5 kilo jump to his second, but this will be a 27.5 kilo jump. And it's not going anywhere. It was worth a try. And the Japanese lifter, weighing in nearly 10 kilos lighter than most of the people in his class. Still, he retained the deadlift bronze and 4th place overall. Here's Sichevsky.
The overall is decided. The bar is loaded. This is 315 kilos for Evsen Sichevsky, Czechia.
So, Sichevsky has the overall silver. Kovalov is pretty much unassailable in first, but he'd like the deadlift gold. And he's moving, and he's locked it out. Wow, has the Czech lifter taken a gold medal from Kovalov? Look at that sportsmanship. Got a fist bump from Kovalov as he left the platform. That's what I love about powerlifting.
The last deadlift of the day, and it will move him back into deadlift gold, and he gets it 700.
But here comes Danny. He'd like that gold medal back. He wants a full set.
317.5 kilos.
Here comes the junior 105 world champion. Oh, look, I've got the gold in squat. I've got the gold in bench. I'd quite like the gold in deadlift too. It's moving. It's past his knees. Oh, he's still pulling. I'm not sure. What do the referees think? Oh, 2-1, no lift. I can see the coach approaching the jury, but I don't think he's getting anywhere. So we have the Ukrainian lifter in first and 2 Czech lifters in 2 and 3.
We've gone to the jury. It is a 2-1, so there is a chance.
There is still a decision being made. We will stick with this just in case there is the decision is overturned. I can see a discussion going on amongst the jury. We have a distinguished jury there. I can see Hanny Smith, I can see Dietmar Wolf. I can't quite see the third person because they're behind a camera. They are watching the replay back. Here it is. But you know, they didn't get red lights for lockout, he got yellow cards. Oh, was his grip going? Did he put it down before the command? It's still under discussion on the jury table. I can see nods. They're watching it back again. Here it is. Did he edge it up his size? But he didn't get a blue card for supporting. He got yellows. So I can see Johnny Graham, Hanny Smith, Dietmar Wolf, and the Ukrainian referee whose name escapes me for the second. I want to make absolutely certain that we get the right result here. Okay, it looks like we have a decision. Here we go. They're calling the referees in. Okay, we have a decision. Here we go. Here comes Johan Smith, Chief Technical Officer of the IPF.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was a good lift.
It was a good lift. Kovalov got the good lift. He took every gold medal he could possibly take and the world title as well. Drama indeed. Thank you for watching. Please do stick around for the medal ceremony, which will be up in a few minutes.
The medals will be presented today by Dr. Robert Keller, Secretary General of the IPF, and Dietmar Wolf, Treasurer of the IPF. I think you'll agree this has been a very exciting competition this evening. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so we go 105 kilo sub-juniors first of all. The medals for squat.
From the camera over there, that's why we're doing it.
In bronze medal position with 282.5 kilos from the USA, Talon Adams. In silver medal position with 295 kilos from the USA, Gilbert Arriaga. And the gold medal on squat with 305 kilos from Poland, Simcha Vich. Well done, gentlemen. And we now move, once the photos have been taken, yeah, all good, to the bench press. In bronze medal position with 177.5 kilos from Czechia, Jurka. In silver medal position with 185 kilos from the USA, Gilbert Arriaga. On the gold medal on bench press with 192.5 kilos from Poland, Simcha Vich. Well done, gentlemen. We now move to deadlift. And in bronze medal position with 257.5 kilos from Poland, Simcha Vich. Silver medal position with 262.5 kilos from the USA, Talon Adams. And deadlift gold with 277.5 kilos from the USA, Gilbert Arriaga. Well done, gentlemen. And now the medals for the overall. Everybody got their photos? Good? Okay. Overall, in bronze medal position with 710 kilos from the USA, it is Talon Adams. In silver medal position with 755 kilos from Poland, Simcha Vich. And just ahead, 2.5 kilos ahead with 757.5 kilos, your new 105 kilo sub-junior world champion from the USA, it is Gilbert Arriaga! Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of the United States of America. gentlemen. And now the juniors, and first of all, the medals in squat. In bronze medal position with 305 kilos from Czechia, Martin Prokop. In silver medal position with 332.5 kilos from Czechia, Evzen Sichevsky. And in gold medal position with 350 kilos from Ukraine, Danilo Kovalov. Well done, gentlemen. And now the bench press. In bronze medal position with 205 kilos from Czechia, Evzen Sichevsky. In silver medal position with 222.5 kilos from Czechia, Martin Prokop. And in gold medal position with 280 kilos from Ukraine, Danilo Kovalov. Well done, gentlemen. And now the deadlifts. In bronze medal position with 280 kilos from Japan, Hideki Da Silva. Silver medal with 315 kilos from Czechia, Evzen Sichevsky. And in gold medal position on the deadlifts, after a nail-biting decision, with 317.5 kilos from Ukraine, Danilo Kovalov. Well done, gentlemen, very close battle. Finally, we move to the overall. And in bronze medal position with 792.5 kilos from Czechia, Martin Prokop. The silver medal with 852.5 kilos from Czechia, Evzen Sichevsky. And finally, your new 105 kilo junior world champion, nearly 100 kilos ahead with 947.5 kilos from Ukraine, Danilo Kovalov! Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Ukraine. Ladies and gentlemen, please give these gentlemen a round of applause as they leave the platform. Follow Mr. Marcus, gentlemen.